Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the finale of Fast Food February. This is Roast Pan 423. Here is my laptop reads 11:34 p.m. on Monday, February 28th, 2022. I want to thank you all for having me support you through all this, and I can't thank you enough. So let's get it on. Let's get it over with. Let's start with McDonald's. My thoughts on McDonald's is an American multinational fast food corporation founded in 1940 as a restaurant operated by Richard and Maurice McDonald in San Bernardino, California. It was rechristened their business as a hamburger stand and later turned the company into a franchise. The Golden Arches logo being introduced in 1953 at a Phoenix, Arizona location. In 1955, a businessman by the name of Ray Kroc joined the company as a franchise agent and proceeded to purchase a chain from the McDonald's brothers. McDonald's had previous headquarters in Oak Brook, Illinois, but they moved their headquarters to Chicago beginning in June of 2018. It's the world's largest restaurant chain by revenue, serving over 69 million customers daily in over 100 countries across 37,855 outlets as of 2018. Although McDonald's is best known for its hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and french fries, they also feature chicken products, breakfast items, soft drinks, milkshakes, wraps, and desserts. In response to customer tastes and the negative backlash because of the unhealthiness of their food, the company had added to its menu salads, fish, smoothies, and fruit. McDonald's Corporation revenue comes from the rent, royalties, and fees paid by the franchisees, as well as sales in company-operated restaurants. According to two reports published in 2018, McDonald's is the world's second largest private employer with 1.7 million employees behind Walmart, and as of 2020, McDonald's has the ninth highest global brand valuation. It's on the New York Stock Exchange as MCD. Their restaurant opened on 1398 North East Street at West 14th Street in San Bernardino, California, May 15, 1940. They introduced a speedy service system in 1948, putting into expanded use of the principles of modern fast food restaurants that their predecessor White Castle had put into practice more than 2 decades earlier. The original mascot of McDonald's was a chef hat on top of a hamburger. He was referred to as Speedy. In 1962, the Golden Arches replaced Speedy as the universal mascot. The mascot clown Ronald McDonald was introduced in 1965. He appeared in advertising to target the audience of their children. May 4th, 1961, McDonald's first filed for U.S. trademark on the name McDonald's, with a description driving restaurant services, which continues to be renewed. By September 13th, McDonald's, on the guidance of Ray Kroc, filed for a trademark for a new logo. The overlapping double arch M symbol. Before double arches, McDonald's used a single arch for an architecture of the buildings. Although the Golden Arches logo appeared in various forms, the present version was not used until November 18th, 1968, when the company was a favored U.S. trademark. And the corporation credits as focused into founding the franchise businessman Ray Kroc on April 15, 1955. This was in fact the ninth open restaurant McDonald's opened overall. Although this location was destroyed and rebuilt in 1984 and 1961, Kroc purchased McDonald's Brothers equity in the company and began the company's worldwide reach. Kroc was recorded as being an aggressive business partner, driving the McDonald's Brothers out of the industries. Kroc and the McDonald's brothers fought for control of the business, as documented in Kroc's autobiography. The San Bernardino restaurant was torn down in 1971, and the site was sold to the One Boiler chain in 1998. And the expansion of McDonald's into international markets became a symbol of globalization and spread the American way of life. Its promise has made a frequent public debates about obesity, corporate ethics, and consumer responsibility. They have 37,855 restaurants nationwide, employing more than 210,000 people at the end of 2018. There are 2,770 company-owned locations and 35,085 franchise locations, 21,685 local locations franchised to conventional franchisees, 7,225 locations licensed to affiliate licensees, and 6,175 locations licensed to foreign affiliates. The $100 billion in sales generated by McDonald's company-owned and franchise restaurants in 2019 accounts for almost 4% of the estimated $2.5 trillion global restaurant industry, as you can clearly see on this chart. The headquarters are located at the former site of Harpo Productions. And their board of directors include Enrique Hernandez Jr., Lloyd H. Dean, Robert A. Eckert, John J. Milligan, Andrew J. McKenna, John W. Rogers Jr., Paul S. Walsh. Steve Easterbrook would no longer be CEO due to violation of company guidelines, and Chris Kempczynski is the new CEO. Of course, their global operations stem through many countries like Canada, Mexico, Russia, Australia, France, and so many other countries around. There's some like London and Olympic Park, Sao Paulo, Brazil. We'll go Switzerland, Italy, Estonia, Singapore, Finland, Paris, Busan, South Korea, Tokyo, Japan, Shenzhen, China, St. Petersburg, Russia, and Sydney, Australia. Of course, at McDonald's products, they serve beer in the Western European and Germany restaurants and McDonald's. International menu items. In Greece, signature hamburger Big Mac is changed by adding tzatziki sauce and packaging in a pita. They have the ebi or prawn burger in Singapore and Japan. The quarter pounder cheese, double quarter pounder with cheese, and the Big Mac. They took out the artificial preservatives, flavors, and colors from their 7 classic burgers. The pickles will still be known as artificial preservative, although they can choose to opt out of it getting pickles on their burgers. And they introduced the McPlant burger, and they're going to add it for chicken substitutes and breakfast sandwiches. So that's interesting. And also the McRib sandwich, which doesn't get seen very often. And the McCafe, and during the COVID-19 pandemic, they could do drive-through curbside orders and online food ordering. And celebrity endorsements by Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and sponsored in NASCAR for Bill Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson, Jamie McMurray, and many more drivers. Of course, they've faced criticism a lot in Super Size Me, the 2004 movie, and the Fast Food Nation as well. But McDonald's has always been a classic, and of course, they have their bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, egg and sausage McMuffin, sausage McMuffin with egg, sausage biscuit with egg, their McGriddles, the big breakfast, hot cakes, sausage burrito, hash browns for breakfast. The burgers are Big Mac, quarter pounder, double quarter pounder, cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, McDouble hamburger, quarter pounder of cheese deluxe. The spicy deluxe crispy chicken sandwich, crispy chicken, spicy crispy chicken, deluxe crispy chicken, chicken McNuggets, McChicken, and filet-o-fish. For desserts and shakes, they got their Shamrock Shake and the Oreo Shamrock McFlurry. The McFlurry of Oreo and M&M's, vanilla cone, apple pie, their hot fudge sundae, their hot caramel sundae, their chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry shakes. The McCafe drinks, you can have it iced, frappe, or smoothies, however you want it. So McDonald's has come a very long way in over 81 years. McDonald's will continue to feed everybody to this day. Their food is delicious and the quality is timeless. So that's pretty much going to wrap up my thoughts on McDonald's. It's a great fast food restaurant, so if you know what's your favorite McDonald's food item, let me know in the comments section. So until then, stay tuned for the next video, and it's going to be the last one for Fast Food February, so don't go away.